Hey guys, it's Rich here again at the Ultra Motorsports Restoration Center now, and we're looking at the underside of our 1965 Ford Econoline van, and I'm really excited to show the underside of this thing. I think you guys will be really impressed. What I want to do first though is we'll kind of look at like the lower edges and look at some work that got done. You know, obviously this could have been smoothed out a little bit better, okay, but again, there was no signs of Bondo in it. You know, I've still got my Bondo meter out here, and we're green lighted all the way. You know, no Bondo. So it looks like it was just maybe banged up or rusted a little bit. And then what they did was they just maybe seam sealed it, and then took and painted over it, epoxied it, then painted over it. So as we look also at the lower parts of the car, you can see how it's just really difficult without using a lot of body filler to get this like laser straight. Now it looks really good, and the layperson would probably say this looks amazing, but someone who looks at cars all day long, you're gonna see that little wave a little bit. So looks like we got a little stone guard like right here, no big deal. The wheel wells look pretty good. As I'm looking at the front wheel well, we see a little bit of rust here that probably got primered and then painted over. I can probably come up with this paint code if we need to for somebody, or any local paint shop should be able to match this pretty well, and then make it look nice. I think honestly, quite honestly, I'm not saying don't repair it, maybe repair it, stop the rust, but I think a cool pair of fender flares would look really nice on this vehicle also. So there is this little spot here. Then we see a little bubble here, okay? And again, I still got my Bondo meter out. We can see where they didn't use filler though, okay? So we maybe, yeah, they didn't use any filler. So obviously it looks like they took the front bumper off this thing. Bangs, bumps, bruises, kind of some typical stuff up here, little cracks and dings. As we look at the passenger side front, a little bit more of the same. We can see a little bit of body work has been done in here, and maybe even a repair previously was done in here, but it still looks very acceptable. More stone guard here, one or two little bubbles starting up. Okay, now let's get to the real meat and potatoes, the real exciting part of this vehicle, and I think everybody will be really, really pleased with this. So we're underneath the back end right now. You can see where there's a little bit of fabrication, some metal work that was done. Really acceptable to me. That looks really like decent work that was done. That's okay. More seam sealer here, but let's look up underneath here. Okay, as we look up underneath this thing, we can see that it really is showing really, really well. So we can see maybe there was a repair done up in here at one time, but really rust free. Look at this piece here, very solid. Spring mounts frame right here, very solid. Everything is looking really, really good. So let me get my other flashlight here. The next thing that we want to show you is we're going to look at these frame rails, okay? So the frame rail looks excellent. I mean, excellent. Really nice. As we look at the fuel tank up underneath, up in here, everything looks really good. Up towards the fuel neck, this looks like maybe it had gotten chewed up at one time, or maybe it deteriorated a little. We got really solid body right here. Look at this here. Okay, driver side wheel well. Okay, looks like I got a screw right there in the tire too. I can patch that. Frame, that is just phenomenal. Okay, wheel well. I mean, guys, there's no undercoating here, and it just looks just killer. I mean, I'm so impressed. Okay, as we look underneath this thing, look at the floor here and look at the frame rail here. This thing is just looking phenomenal right now. Okay, rear floor, I've got barely any scale on the rust. I'm not sure where this thing came from, but really, really impressive. Okay, underneath the diff right here. Okay, now we're looking at the inside of the passenger side frame rail right here. And how nice does that look? I mean, I'm looking, guys, for a repair that's been done, or like something really nasty, and I can't find it. Okay, so let's look at like the main area where we'd expect to find something. Inside of the rocker, I guess you'd call it, of the driver's side. Look at this. So nice. I mean, really, really good. Very impressed. I am. Not sure if maybe, I'm not sure that was a repair right there or not, but it looks really good. I'm not sure what this is holding down. Battery box maybe or something. This little screw that's drilled through there. But look at like the frame pieces. Look at the cross members. I mean, awesome looking. Really good. Tell me you wouldn't expect to see some. Tell me this. You would expect us to for this thing to be alive still. I mean, this is just really good looking. Okay. Really nice. I'm not asking enough money for this car, guys. I'm telling you right now. This thing is looking really good. This is a moneymaker for whoever buys it. It really is. Just looks awesome. Or how about these? Here we go. Front of this thing. So the front end, let's look at this right here. Right, front passenger side. You tell me that does not look great. Hardly any scale even. I mean, just super solid. I'm gonna look at the driver's side now too. Again. No repairs. I mean, no, this is barely even any scale starting. I mean, it really looks good. I would expect this thing, honestly, guys, to be mush. Okay? Let's look at some more of the passenger side here. Looks like maybe this shield right here has seen some better days. Probably want to get that thing blasted and replaced. That'd be easy to do. Blast and replace that thing. Passenger side wheel well. Let's see, we got something right here. See this plug? I don't know if that means this vehicle has been rust-proofed at one time, but if it has, it's certainly, I'm a believer, you know? Look how nice this looks. Okay? I mean, real good. A little bit of scale on this pinch weld right here. Okay? But all in all, I am just super impressed. I mean, very impressed. Yeah, this is, well, I know where this thing is going to end up going, and I'm telling you right now, this is a nice vehicle. This is going somewhere, and where it's going to be loved and appreciated. And look at this. I mean, how nice does that look? Look at this right here. See this area? Okay, so, you know, maybe there's a little bit of a seam sealer. Maybe my light, a little bit better light. So maybe there's a little bit of a seam sealer in there, but I mean, really, I don't think they're covering anything up. I mean, I would have expected this thing to be like a California vehicle or something like that. I mean, come on. So nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's enough. I'm really impressed with this thing. And I think the new owner's gonna be very impressed with it also. So this is video 2 of the underside of this thing, guys. I'll do one more video of me driving it, and then we'll get this thing shot out to all the interested people. Thanks.